What is up, my people? Today we are here back in the lab, as you can tell. New setting all around. Shout out to the guys today, to the squad. We got some very special guests on the newest episode of Lenguas y Buenas Platicas. Shout out, big round of applause to Jared Watson and TJ Mutcherson. Hey.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Good to have you guys. Good to have you guys.
Good to be here. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming. This is very new, right? I mean, we're here fucking around, just hanging out. Here to talk about you guys, real estate, the nitty gritty, right? People want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yep. Yeah.
So you were going to introduce me. So
well, I mean, people know, right? People know my brother Los with the most, you know, top producer, just among us. Hey, nah, you know, lender, broker, agent, investor, right? All of the above. We got a panel full of killers out here. So excited to see what we got going
yourself
on.
As well. You're part of it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Both of these guys know who you are, so that's always dope. And you've killed it last year. Last couple of years, actually.
Excited to do more with these fellas.
Yeah, it's only in the beginning. What are you like? You're only like 2 years into it, right?
Yeah.
3 years?
Yeah, 2 years. So 2 years into
Dude, he's
it.
24.
Yeah.
Really grinded his way. I know. Really grinded his way through.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing at 24, man?
I was just got done graduating from Texas Tech.
Terrorizing women, really.
Came back to Fort Worth. Yeah, I was definitely. Yep. Came back to Fort Worth. I was in oil and gas.
A little closer.
I was in oil and gas, just getting started out on my,
Your sales gig and everything.
Dude, it was something like that I never thought that I was going to end up doing, but my dad did it. Obviously, I never thought I was going to ever get into that space, but taught me a lot. It has like a lot of correlation with real estate. It really does. Like I was running like title and like doing leases and like talking with landowners that are just like sellers. And
dude, were you like a landman?
Yeah, I was a landman. Yeah.
So I was scamming, right?
He was about to get you little ones. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Hey, that's where you learn the ropes.
I mean, that's where I got the finesse, right? I mean, I was buying mineral rights. I was leasing.
Already.
Running title, all that. A lot of that translates into what we do today. I think that's why I was able to step right in and
just
start producing. Yeah, exactly. So we back in the day in like Fort Worth, we were running titles for like thousands and thousands of acre like oil and gas leases, right? So we have to figure out who owns what and all that, and it was really stressful, but at the end of the day, it taught me a lot, especially whenever I started. After you run the title and figure out who owns it, right, you go knock on their door and try to negotiate with them to get the lease or to buy it outright. And so, you learn finesse a lot.
That's what built your bones.
For sure.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Thick skin for sure. It's a lot of FU, F off.
How many people tell you to fuck off?
A lot. Yeah. In everything, right? I mean, sales, right?
You got to talk to 100 people before you get one sale.
Right.
Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah.
You get that more now, or you think before?
So with leasing, I mean, for buying outright is different than leasing, right? So for sale outright, which we were trying to do pretty much every time, that's what you want to be your like initial, your initial play is retrieve their mineral rights, right? Nobody wants to do that. Pretty much because they know the value in it. We're trying to give them 30% or 40% what it's really worth, on their retail market value. And then what I always tell people, like for landowners now, it's like whatever they offer you initially, just multiply that by like 3, right? And then give that as a counter offer and be like, no, I want this much. And then you end up meaning like right in the middle where everyone's going, the going market rate for an operator that's going to drill on the land. But yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
So oil and gas sales, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. TJ Money.
So,
Hey, before we go to TJ, okay? I gotta say, TJ, man, one of the goats, right? One of the most humble people I've met.
Down to earth.
Down to earth, a true
Champion of the people.
yeah, champion of the people, but a player of the game. Player of the game. And I'll leave the whole player so you can talk about your career. But hey, good to have you.
Man, appreciate it. First of all, man, I appreciate you guys for having me on here. It means a lot. Flores and them brothers, man, I've been dealing with these guys for what, 5-6 years now since I got in the game.
A minute.
Kept it real.
You introduced me to them.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been going good so far. So a little bit about me. Ex-NFL player. I didn't do anything with real estate. So this has been my first 5-6 years. I was more of an athlete coming out of college. I went to UCF, got my master's at UCF, and got my undergrad at Iowa State. Played for the Seattle Seahawks a little bit, Houston Texans in 2018-19. Moved out here. Moved out here to Dallas with my wife. My wife is from Iowa. I'm from Tampa, Florida. She kind of just traveled out here with me.
Did you meet her at Iowa State?
Yeah, I met her at Iowa State back in 2012. So we've been together for a minute. Been married for 6 years now. I got 2 beautiful kids, a son and a daughter.
Wait, real quick. So all the ladies down there, single ladies, how old are you?
33.
There you go, girls.
33. Off limits, though. Off limits. But, the smartest guy I've ever been around. Tell people this story all the time. Marshawn Lynch taught me about real estate, money, how taxes work and stuff like that.
That's dope.
Shout out to the Seahawks. They are in the Super Bowl. Going to win it this weekend.
There you go.
I started at a big brokerage at New Western when I first came in. If I had to do it all over again, I didn't know anything about real estate, I would go with the big brokers because they just teach you everything about real estate, the small stuff that you don't know, that I feel like if you try to just jump in the game quick and try to do it on your own, you'll get burnt out, you'll fail. So if it was me, I would do it all over again and still go with a brokerage. But I'm still at a brokerage right now.
You still go with New Western?
Out of all the brokerages now, probably so because they just a big dog in it. They taught me a lot or whatever, and once you get everything down and get the practices and how real estate work, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do once you leave there.
I heard a phrase this week. All roads lead to New Western.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's right?
I think that's right. They just been around since.
That's what I told you when you brought me that deal.
Yeah.
I saw you marketing on Facebook that deal in Arlington. I'm like, bro, we're going to be the ones to sell that at the end of the day. So New Western, that's who I work with. That's how I met TJ. And I mean, it's the truth. We're the best dispo house in the United States, really, especially in DFW.
I agree.
Really? So you agree even though you work for a different company? Who do you work for?
I work at RFP. We're going to be up there. We're a big dog too, but we just haven't been. We only been around for 3 years.
Yeah, y'all still are very serviceable. It's basically New Western 3.0.
Yeah.
2.0. Y'all do the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You have the same talent. We just have a little bit better resources because we've been around for 16 years now.
Yeah.
What is it? 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So I mean, y'all's leadership over there is product from New Western. They were all top agents from
100%.
us that broke off and do the same thing. So it's like, it's just about who's working your deal the hardest. Is who you want to bring it to, who you have the best relationship with. It's all the same stuff.
It truly is all the same. Look, and I'll tell you guys, everyone, public that's going to watch this. So we deal with both of these guys, right? And I think one, they're never afraid to go to bat. Like they'll ask, right? And they both know me. Like I'm gonna punch them hard at the beginning, but we are gonna come to a deal, right? And at the end of the day, like I think majority of the other houses, they don't have that. They really don't. I promise you this. I deal with a lot of the other people, and they're just so
Want to get the deal done.
Yeah, but they're so square, And I think you guys are a lot more relationship driven. Like you finesse, right? He spoke about finesse. I know
TJ just got it. TJ just got it, bro. TJ just got it. He's just natural.
I wish you guys would have seen this guy out at our showings a couple years, 2-3 years ago. First off, he invites probably 5 or 6 people there. Right? He's got 5 or 6 investors. We're all walking the house. He's literally popping from one family to the next to the next. Like, they don't even know he's working with other people.
He's like, what's up, sir?
He'll just, right behind you. All right, I'll get with you in a minute. And then goes and talks to him, I learned a lot of what I do from TJ, as far as that goes, because whenever we have a sweet deal out in Coppell or, one of the, low inventory cities for investment properties. I mean, everyone goes to the MLS, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But like whenever we got a banger deal out, all of our investors come out to play. So you got to be liquid on the whole situation. You want to think you're having them play for, on each of their team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
It's definitely not the easiest thing to do, right? Because if you start talking to one family, more than the other, they can get kind of,
They can sense it, yeah.
Exactly.
They get a little jealous.
Yeah, right. So so it's just something you gotta be liquid and work with them, So
Well, look,
I learned that from TJ.
just to go back to what you were saying. I mean, I've talked to both of these guys. I've chatted with them. We've done business. They both got finesse on lock. I would say that they're never afraid to go to bat for your offer. And the other thing that I would say that separates them apart from any other agent in their own company and amongst the other companies is definitely the relationship aspect, right? Like look, man, in this business, I think it's definitely relationship driven, right? You're not gonna, I don't know, go hug and fucking kiss, but you're gonna definitely like take care of the other person, on deals and how much you go about for, and can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And those small accommodations definitely build up to like, okay, yeah, hell yeah, I want to work with TJ, I want to work with Jared. You know what I mean? So I think that's what separates you guys apart. Like, why do you think at your own respective companies, right? Like, people are not necessarily like that, or maybe you have very few that are like that.
I know I don't want to say this, but
Say it. Yeah.
it's to get to the top, you gotta bend and break rules. Everybody that's got to that level, they didn't follow everything, the ZAT and everything. But I feel like long as your morals is right, you're helping the seller, helping both parties out, I think just make the deal happen. We shouldn't be arguing about, an admin fee, or if the buyer don't want to pay $500 or whatever. Just get the deal done. If it makes sense to both parties, this is turn and burn. One deal isn't going to make me rich anyway. Yeah, so long as the deal, makes sense to the seller and the buyer and to our broker, just move on and get the deal done. And that's what I'm all about, just getting it done. Yeah. I'm not going to make a bit fee anyway. You get what I'm saying? It takes me 5-6 houses to make that money, but all these buyers think we make a lot of money on one deal, and it's not. I get a percentage of that. Then the other percentage go to the acquisition, and then the rest goes to my broker.
Right.
So
I think that just to your point, like we make 20 to 25%.
Yeah.
Like the top earners do. For profit, I know it's 20. We're sitting at 22 yard, 25. Like the top earners are only getting a percentage of that. But like for what people, what separates us, I think, is, we're more of just willing to work with our clientele, our clients, our buyers, like how Rudy and, some of our other managers, Rudy Gonzalez, shout out to Rudy Gonzalez, taught me everything I know pretty much about real estate sales. Obviously, my old industry brought me into this, where I had a lot of gas in the tank, like ready to drive. But he really honed me in on kind of being really liquid and being able to finesse situations as well. But like they usually teach you, it's our way or the highway, right? Because whenever I first came in, right, it was a buyer's or seller's market, right? Every buyer was paying, triple 10, 15, 25K over. And you had probably 15, 20 bids on each property that we were showing.
Waving appraisals and shit like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then even on our first come, first serves, they were selling within 30 minutes to an hour, like tops, like, and it was insane. So that market is totally different than what it is now, obviously. So now you have to bend, to the buyers. It's a buyer's market, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still get some really good deals. Like they're all out there, but nobody just
It's bidding stuff 30K above list. You just can't do that in today's market, bro. Everybody is struggling. Groceries is high right now. Everything is expensive.
Right.
So
I think the biggest thing is nobody knows where it's truly going to go because they have short-term memory. Back in 2021, things just lit on fire, right?
Yeah.
Things were selling 2 weeks or less on market, all that to say, like we're sitting at 60 to 90 days now. Like the difference maker between top agents and people that aren't, like they take what the sales managers, like what the company like says super literally, and they don't have any finesse with either side, right? It's just my way or the highway. It's like right now, the buyers are not, they have plenty of options to go elsewhere. You gotta be able to work a little bit and work with your company, just be like fighting for them on all aspects, right?
to show that you care. Bro.
Yeah, with the seller, with your company, with the buyer. I mean, you gotta be able to finesse it all the way around. It's not just, do what I say.
Yeah,
say
here's step 1 through 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, listen to this. I know we are Hispanic, so you guys like to negotiate. It's a phrase I was told by another dispo agent, Hispanic dispo agent.
You just get everything cheaper.
Bro, it's just like, it's a she, right? She said, I know you're Hispanic, so, I know our culture, so
You like to
lowball people, right?
I was like, what are you
I
talking
think the
about?
exact opposite. Y'all are like,
I know.
some of the best buyers.
You're the ones that pay the most.
Definitely.
Y'all are my best clientele.
Y'all are assholes for saying that. I mean, but listen. So hear me out on this, right? So talking about going back to the like people following things very literal, right? Like, bro. So this agent like said that. I went. Pretty much another agent from the same company reached out, right, and said, "Hey, we got this deal. We got a TJ or a Jared on the backside that said, hey, we got this deal. I know you walked it. I know you like it. We need to sell it just to do right by our, the other underlying wholesaler. We just want to do the deal. We're not going to make shit." And I was like, bro, wait, you're really not going to make anything? I needed it at 135. And they're like, yeah, like we'll give it to you at 135. That's what we have it for. I was like, no way. I was like, okay, cool.
They didn't make a dime off of it.
I was like, cool. These guys are going to go get a drop, right? Typical shit. No, dude. Like we closed on this shit. Zero. Like zero. It was an assignment.
Was it?
We're not going to throw names out there.
Why not? I mean, it's okay. That's fine.
Net Worth Realty.
Net Worth Realty.
Net Worth.
Okay,
Net
yeah.
Worth.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about them. Yeah.
Don't lie, dude.
I know, I really have. I mean, everyone that I talked to has had positive things to say about them, low key.
Really?
I feel like all the brokerages have a lot of pros about them, but then it's a lot of cons.
Right.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons that go with it, right?
It's mainly who you're working with inside that brokerage.
Thank you.
That's
It's
the
agent.
difference.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's the agent.
So that's where I was going, right?
Yeah,
Like, look,
that's what we're getting at.
the point of it is like, dude, we found an agent at that brokerage that was just like, yo, like we just need to get this deal done. The other agent was like, dude, the whole culture thing. And then there was like, hey, if you find deals under 80 cents, like laughing, said, let me know. I'll buy them myself, right? And I'm like, all right, dude, I get it. You're new,
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But ultimately, we didn't buy from her. We ended up buying from a same company, from a different agent. The deal closed. Our guy made money, and everybody won, dude.
Not even then. The first time I walked the property with her, bro, she ended up saying like, hey, if it's always gonna be like this, then I'd rather not waste each other's time and just cut the relationship off right then and there. So I was like, damn, what the fuck? So not what I'm used to with Jared and fucking TJ, right?
Not many agents are willing to put in the work and the back and forth and the texts and the calls just to, lose out on a lot of offers. Because y'all need it where you need it, but a lot of other buyers are willing to, pay more for it. There's not many people that are willing to, do that. That also what separates.
Yeah.
But like you say, we just have to adjust, bro. Like if everybody was the same in this world, it'd be boring.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just have to adjust.
Yeah. And it's crazy that's so true. Like,
That's what makes it interesting, right? It's like a game. It's like a game. Yeah.
I remember my mom telling me that's wild. And my mom said, you're a certain way, I'm a certain way. That's what makes the world beautiful. So corny, but so cute at the same time,
I think it's definitely true.
Yeah, but it's true,
Shout out to all the mothers in the world.
Shout out to all the
mothers.
mamas. Shout out to all the
Shout out to
mamas.
Mac.
Shout out to all the mamas, man. Let me take us on a different route real quick. So, I want to turn this around. I know we've kind of asked you guys, or you guys have kind of spoken a little bit. I want to know what you guys' feedback is on us, man. I think the crowd likes to know how are we perceived with you guys.
First, man, the truth, I wouldn't lie to you guys. They will never pay list price. Whatever price we put out there, they'll probably never pay for it. But it's a reason why. You get what I'm saying? They need it at where they need it at to make money. I get it. But the realest guys, probably the realest of all of my buyers, keep it real. They bust their ass for what they do. They grind it. They weigh all the way to where they're at now. And I feel like it's only going to get bigger from here. Everything about these guys are authentic. Their buyers are authentic. They close on time. Everything is good. I can't even speak highly about these guys. I mean, they my best buyers.
Hey, appreciate it, bro.
For real, my best
Text me the
buyers.
account, bro.
My best buyers.
No, I'll chime in on it.
But they're gonna step on your tail a lot. But
Hey, man, we all gotta make money, man.
yeah.
So what I say is like I haven't met many other realtors with like the same work ethic that you guys have. Like I've got, I know you've got a kid and one other on the way in 2 weeks. You got a kid too. I've got 2 kids, a third one coming in a couple months. Like man, like after 3:30, like granted, I want to do it. I want to be there for my kids. I want them to have the best childhood, best father. I want to have the best relationship with them. It's really hard, right? Because we're sitting here battling, our personal, professional lives with, the time opportunity cost of spending time with them. It's really hard to balance out the scales,
six
right?
different hats
Because you're constantly thinking about making the money for the kids, and for their legacy and my legacy and, whatever. But I haven't met many other people other than myself and y'all three, like that have worked that hard, cause y'all are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere, every single day. Like y'all walk more properties than anybody I know, right? I think so. So it's like I know myself, like whenever I have a ton of underwriting, to do all day, every day, analyzing deals and stuff like that. And y'all do the same thing. While like I don't walk near as many deals as you guys do. Like so, it's like I don't know how you guys are constantly out in the field. Like it's made me respect you guys a lot more because, like, y'all aren't just firing off, sight unseen offers. Y'all are going with flashlights, stepping in cat piss and dog shit, dead rats, all that every single day, and it's like it's a beat down driving around DFW all day, every day. Like
They're really going old
so it's
school
like
with it.
y'all are like 6-7 days a week while having kids and trying to keep that same,
Same balance.
and it's hard to do, man. Like no doubt. So it's but yeah, obviously y'all send a bunch of lowball offers too. But
Shout out to the low offer king.
not necessarily
She was right.
though. Not necessarily though, because I mean, we've done 25 deals together in the past,
Done quite a bit.
You bought a ton of buyers. I mean, you didn't really
Don't tell TJ.
start buying from me, until like this year, but like
Hey, listen.
you bought me a bunch of good buyers where I don't have to do anything. Like y'all just take care of the lending, y'all take care of the title, y'all take care of the buyer aspect.
Everything closes, everything funds.
It closes on time, maybe funds the next day, but it's okay. You know, that's how it goes.
Part of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much hands off after I contract it with you guys. So it's like, that's another thing off my plate where I'm like, okay, you guys got it. Let's go.
Take it off.
Yeah.
You know what? Real quick on that note, you know, you guys have given me 2 badass deals. I want to share a little bit about that. So I got to give you guys some props. So I remember I bought, I think something, I don't remember the name, but it was Hollow Race for you.
That was
This
me.
guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
was
we
a
put
banger.
in,
Thank you.
I think we put in like what, like, man, I don't know, like 25. Like this thing was like a true cosmetic.
That was like the best deal.
That was like the best deal. I was like, dude, if you give it to me at this price on assignment and you waive the fee, I'm down.
And put 15K in buyer's agent.
He's spilling the secrets, man.
Somebody's pocket watching. Somebody's pocket watching.
Damn.
Listen, man.
I didn't bat an eye. I
Listen.
don't care.
Long story short, fucking SAG did that time. Yeah, listen. Let me explain. Right, rightfully so. I got to give him some credit, rightfully so. But nonetheless, look, the deal got done, dude. So we finished the deal. Jonathan, I tell him like, hey, go put our sign. Dude, a buyer that lived down the street walks by.
Like 4 houses down, bro.
Really?
A fucking neighbor.
He's like, dude, I want to buy it.
And he hates neighbors, bro.
I hate neighbors, but they're nosy. I just hate neighbors because they're nosy and they get into your house. It's a liability if they fall and shit. So, anyways, long story short, the guy's like, yeah, we'll buy it. Dude, I think we made a low 60K on it, right? Profit. So that was dope.
They're only putting 25 in.
Fuck yeah. That one was a good one.
That one was a fucking.
My acquisition agent, his name's Ralph Shekry. He moved on from New Western recently. He does like construction now, but once we contracted that, he's like, I can't believe I got this done. I can't believe we don't have a better offer than this right now because they're robbing us blind, right? And my broker is like, this is like the best deal. Like we're going to probably sell all year. I was like, yeah, these guys just somehow make it happen because y'all fire off offers from the head, after walking it. And then most of them, not most of them, but like 3 out of every 10 stick, and they're all good deals.
They're good deals. So we did that one, and then I remember you had one, and I think you had
Forehand?
No, that one. No, we don't talk about that one. We got robbed.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah,
You told me about that one.
He fucking poked us in the eye hard on that. So,
did it feel?
but we got you guys had a fat ass fee on
A little 55 part, man.
Oh, a little something. Okay, dude.
Light work.
Light work all day.
That was
Dude,
bad at the office.
remember you had a deal with Max, Ava. It was like a dude, kind of like a half story, 2-story house. It was just on a hill, so like the downstairs was like a garage and like part of the house, and then the top floor, the first floor was like quote unquote the second floor. Long story short, dude, so I buy it. Made some commission on that as well. So, but I buy it, and then when I bought that deal, dude, I was in roof, and I was in AC
HVAC,
unit,
Yeah.
and like the inside was kind of like very nice architectural wise, like a very nice old school house, modern, what's it called, contemporary or whatever. Long story short, dude, a high school buddy hit me up. He's like, dude, I saw your dad there. And I hadn't talked to this guy forever, dude. My dad actually met his wife, and long story short, the wife and I chatted, and then we all connected. We sat down, and they're like, we want to buy it. I bought it for $240. Max cried about it. I remember you telling me, he's like, I can't believe we can't move a deal with you guys, right? Like upset because I think they were asking like $269 or something. Wow, there's something along the lines, but something obviously a lot higher. And I was like, dude, I'm unsure about this deal. There was no comps. Like it was just a very unique deal. Long story short, $240. I I ended up selling that deal. HVAC and roof. That's it. 340.
Damn.
The dude was an architect, bro. So
Yeah.
he fell in love with it. He was
fell in
like,
love with it.
as is.
Wow.
As
He's like,
is
don't
purchase.
move anything.
Is that in 75227? Y'all stood? Yeah. Y'all are so networked out there. It's pretty insane. Like that's
That's the playground, man.
Yeah.
That's a playground, dude. But it's the best route,
My
you know?
first call. I mean, every
My
time.
first call if it's over there. Dude, and it's wild because people now know like 75227, 75217, call these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's weird because we grew up there and you guys make, obviously you don't know this, but we grew up there, right? And growing in the hood and Pleasant Grove, shout out Pleasant Grove, right? Dude, I never even imagined like just being a landlord, owning property out there. I just thought life was probably going to be shitty and I was going to work a W-2 job or something. You know
How
what I mean?
many do you own now?
13.
13.
Yeah. Quadplexes, duplexes,
Yeah,
triplex.
How many units total, like doors?
I'll have to put a count on it right now. I'll give you a count. I'll think about it right now, but I think it's north of 20 for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. Because I know with 3, we have 10 already. Yeah. Because there's a quad, try. But nonetheless, like, yeah, dude, it's pretty nice over there as far as just the connections, the people we know now. So it's dope. But growing up, I mean, I never thought about it. So I always tell the story of Monopoly, right? The first time I played Monopoly ever was in college, right? And long story short, I see the little brown street, bro. I think it's Mediterranean or something like that.
It's one of the houses.
It's like the
yeah.
cheap one, right? Like the super cheap.
The brown street,
bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, nobody in the game, nobody wanted to buy it. Long story short, I landed on that. I buy it, and I thought of it like this epiphany of life. I was like, dude, somebody has to own the hood, right? Somebody has to own Pleasant Grove.
Yep.
So, anyways, man, that's what prompted it.
I mean, I don't want to talk too much over you guys, but like, I think that's the beautiful thing. Like whenever you stick around where your roots are and you can leverage those relationships, those connections. And, you know, we all know that, what's affordable housing. I mean, it wins in every single market, right?
Yeah.
There's so many people moving here from California, California from everywhere, really. Our net population gain is higher than anybody's. In like 8 to 10 years, we're expected to outgrow California's GDP.
Yeah.
In like that, no one ever thought that was ever going to happen. Right? We've got all the Fortune 500 companies moving here. I mean,
The Texas Stock Exchange.
yeah, and they're driving up all the rest of the prices, but affordable housing wins every single time, right?
Dude, you guys might not. Well, TJ, I don't know about you. I don't know where you grew up. You grew up in Arlington,
Tampa,
so
Florida.
Tampa.
Tampa.
Ooh, all right.
Florida.
Pleasant Grove number 2.
Damn near.
All right. So check this out, right? So then I walked out of my house. I don't know if you know this, but you sold me my house right now. So, but my point is like, I walked out of my house. I put this beautiful porch on it, and I walk out in the mornings and I have coffee, right? And I feel like the king of Pleasant Grove because I'm on my porch with my coffee. You know? And
What
like,
address is it?
don't worry about it, bro.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna send her a bag of shit or something.
Bag of dicks.
That's like, here's a bag of dicks, man. So, dude, I get out in the mornings, dude. I see white people walking now, their dogs. You know? That's kind of weird for me, bro.
We didn't see that growing up.
We didn't see it growing up.
We didn't see that
It's
growing
just
up.
weird. It's funny, weird. You know, it's like, shit. See a white family, and then I see another one. I see Asians. Like, I'm like,
It's dope.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
You know, cool.
It's starting to hit. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's coming
for
up.
sure.
I got the golf course, like, you know, Keaton Golf Course. You know, shout out. I play there sometimes, but it's cool, man. It's growing. It's. I tell my brother all the time. I think Pleasant Grove is healing, right? Like it's just
Y'all are
come up.
helping that for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Are we helping or displacing?
I think you're helping.
A little bit of both.
Oh man, I wouldn't look at it like that. I wouldn't look at it as displacing. There's plenty of other, rundown houses that if somebody wants to go buy a rundown house, they can. There's plenty of options, right? I think most families in America would rather have something that's cleaned up, that's fixed up. Majors are good. They're not going to have any issues. whenever they move into it immediately. I wouldn't look at it like that at all.
Yeah.
In my personal
I
opinion.
like that. It's a
Yeah.
good view.
Yeah.
That's a good view. Yeah, man.
It's cool, man, because I remember when Dad bought in '05, right? '05.
Yeah, you bought in 05. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was different, bro. It was different. It's our first time owning a home, and just to think of the next 30 years, right, of memories that you're building for someone, right? Happiness, sadness, parties, right? All that, you're building that for somebody else, another family. So you get to rewrite the story of that home, whatever happened there, right? And toss another beautiful family there to start over. So it's dope, man. You
guys
see
ever
that.
think about that? I mean, you guys move a lot of houses on a daily. You guys work for a company that moves houses. I know you guys are mainly investment, but dude, like you guys play a part in that, right? Even though it might be like a middleman transaction, but dude, you're fucking building or providing an opportunity for somebody's family at the end of the day.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't think about it as much as I should, probably. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
You
I
might think
always
about it more
this-
now with your flip.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I
about
always think about on the seller's point, like we're helping someone. So obviously they needed to sell for a reason. So I always
Because
think
you guys are definitely more on that side, right? Like on the seller side. Or
You do see like tragic stories though on that side, I'm assuming, right?
I mean, I work with the buyers. I mean, our acquisition agents are with the sellers.
that side.
I'm pretty much buyers. I'm running numbers for you guys, and just trying to make y'all money mainly. But I've heard plenty of stories, as far as sellers. 99% of our deals are financially distressed sellers.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's a reason why they need cash within 14 days, right?
Yeah,
They come to us. I mean, you can look at it any way you want, but we're providing a service for somebody to get out of a distressed situation, right? And yeah, I mean, I need to be a little bit more in tune with,
More empathetic.
people's lives. Yeah, for sure. But I tried to do that on the front end by, run the numbers, making sure we're getting somebody in a good deal where they're going to make money and, better their life,
Yeah. Okay.
So,
cool. See that? That's
yeah.
dope. What about you, TJ? You just see the seller side primarily, or?
I see both sides. I always want to make sure we're not. Well, actually, I'm on the buyer like him. I'm on the buyer side, but yeah, I guess I'm always from my buyers. I'm always looking at. It's just
Every time I call TJ,
but
I'm
you know-
like, TJ, fuck with me one time.
But in that sense, like you guys work with buyers, right? So when we help out our buyers, I see it the same way where like we're taking care of them too, you know what I mean? For
sure.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
some of y'all's buyers, some of our buyers make, 30, 40, 50, 60 grand on flips even, if they buy right. The problem is whenever somebody kind of doesn't tell you the full truth on their experience, like with this industry, like we're the big leagues, right? I say this all the time. I told this to you the other day. Like if you come in, you don't have your labor correct. You don't know the order to buy materials. You're having delays with your, with getting it there and with your guys getting on site. Next thing you know, a rehab takes you 5 or 6 months when it should take you 2 or 3 max. It's like that aspect can really eat away
Your profit,
at
yeah.
the whole point of why you're doing this, right? So it's like if they don't know what they're doing, right, I try to help them as much as possible, right? So they'll come back and buy 4, or 5 from me because I'm not going to make a bunch of money off of one deal, most likely, right? Unless it's a banger. But it's like, that's how we can distinguish ourselves, by giving them the referrals, giving them the contractors, where to buy materials, and like just make a few extra phone calls to make sure that their, flip goes right. Show up on site a few more times than you would, and then just, hey, call me on the next one. No, call me with any issue that you might have, like I'll be behind my desk and help you in any single, any way possible. Or I'll come
connecting
on
people.
site. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and the
That's
clients
how you
feed
make
us.
money, dude.
The
It's
clients
like-
feed us, man. They take care of us.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's dope. What about you, TJ? What do you think? Do you help people, or do you help your buyers, or you just say, hey, man, fuck that guy Carlos? I don't want to
No, I'm always helping my guy. Usually, my broker tell you this. Literally, all my buyers never pay list price for anything, and I know it's probably kicking me in my ass to try to make more money and all that stuff. But I mean, if they tell me they need it at this price and it's still on the board and haven't sold, then I'm gonna give it to them at this price. So I'm always looking out for my buyers, and I'm always
Does your broker hate us?
No, he's always giving me shit about, waiving the admin fee or, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, waiving the admin fee or some shit like that.
What do they say to you about that? Because I know we
These are the standards. We have to follow them. Like, you're just gonna lose out on.
We're a necessary evil.
So that's all they say. Just bitch us out the whole time. I'll be like, okay, cool. I hang up the phone. I pretend like I'm calling y'all. I'm just giving it. Hey, they don't want to move. Okay, cool. Lock it up.
Yeah.
All right, mother. Why we have to have this discussion?
You get what I'm saying? I just don't like arguing about an admin fee or because they want to wire 5,000 instead of 7,500. It's all the same stuff, bro. And if you get what I'm saying? And if I'm a buyer, honestly, when I bought my house, I didn't wire to a RFP or to a New West, and I wired to the title company.
Bro, that always gets fucking confusing for other title companies that
That don't know the whole
they don't know the wholesale
get
game.
it.
So they never credit that shit back.
You gotta be good at explaining it. You gotta be good with your words.
Oh,
you know?
trust me, I've gotten way better.
Yeah.
I've gotten way better. And you know what's crazy? Me and Sack went back and forth on a deal, and
Zach Steinberg, shout out.
Shout out
My
Stein.
broker.
Shout out to Stein.
He's really the OG. He helps me with every single problem.
I
ever
don't
had.
have anything against Stein. He's just I understand where he's coming from because he's very analytical. I can tell, and I don't know the guy. Right?
Yeah.
But long story short, we went back and forth on a small deal where the title company wasn't really refunding, taking the 7,500 back, right? So I'm telling the title company hey, listen, the cost of I said, disregard where the money went, right? But the cost of the deal are 14. That's it, 14K. And you're telling me that I'm having to bring 21 and change or whatever, right? I'm like, no, it's wrong. It's wrong. I'm telling you, you have to deduct the 75. And guys, sometimes you guys have to refund money back, right?
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
It don't make sense when if it's a deal where I know on our end, I think where if it's like 200K or something, or if it's less than something, the 7,500, because technically the 7,500 don't go towards the down payment. If you really honestly
Explain that, because I'm about to explain something horrible that y'all did.
Right?
Yes, it does. Okay, so think about it this way. Your front side contract with the seller, right? We send earnest money at
5K or whatever.
Yeah, 5K.
Fuck no, you guys do.
No, we do. We do 5K on all
Most
of
of
it.
the
It's like
time
3K.
It's
bro.
like sometimes it's 1%, whatever. So most of the time it's 5K.
Most of the time it's 5K.
No, most of the time it's 5K.
Most of the time I see 3 or 2.
I mean, it's just I'm telling you, most of our senior guys send 5K because it's just a standard. It's a solid, show of faith.
Yeah, it's like
they don't want to lose the deal off of earnest money, right? So they send 5K, and then so we have y'all send 7,500 just to make sure whatever goes wrong, if it has anything to do with you guys, our money's covered, right? And then the fees that we might have to deal with. So basically, whenever they do it on the HUD, it goes from title company to title company, right? So they, on their front side HUD, they have, it gets really confusing on the assignment because they have our earnest money as 5K on the front side contract. They can't put it on the HUD that there's 7,500 that goes towards it. So we have to do a POC, paid outside of closing, if the other fees that are adding up don't equal 7,500.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, right? So we have to then refund you your earnest money outside of closing, which is, not necessarily a little straighter. But that's part of the reason why we don't do assignments.
Yeah.
We'd like to do double close, so it's more of a clean transaction. But you don't want to pay that extra $3,000 to double.
Oh yeah, let me.
No, but think about it this way though: you're not getting insured on the assignment fee though. But most of the time, y'all's assignment fee is so minimal it doesn't matter. But if we're making 10 to 15, maybe 20K on, we don't really hit that many fat fees anymore, like to where it's that high.
Dude, I just saw a $92,000 assignment fee.
Really? Wow.
Fat ass fee.
Yeah, I've hit one of those one time. 92K is my biggest rip, but it was on a bigger bigger purchase price, and it was highly sought
That
after.
buyer's probably gone.
No, he ain't. No,
It's like, no, I fucked him a couple of times.
No, dude, I don't fuck people. I that's the reason I've sold 300 houses in 4 years, bro. I got people coming back. But really, so like you got to think about it this way: the assignment fee, if it's $20,000, you have an issue with title insurance or whatever, and the seller ends up, they find a list pendants or something that was filed, right before or something like that, and your escrow money is already paid off. I'll explain an exact situation where one buyer, it's the craziest thing, he got fucked on.
Do me a favor before you go into it. One out of how many transactions has that happened? Because I bet you it's like one out of many.
Yeah, no, a lot. Yeah, but if you also have tax issues,
That's
or
what
whatever,
title is for, bro.
right? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but it also, so for our brokerage, it also protects our intellectual property. It protects our who we're getting the deal from.
That's number one.
It protects our end buyer too.
You're padding the stats. What else? Buying yourself title, so making money there. That's really the double close. You're protecting, quote unquote, the where you're getting it from.
Yeah,
But you're padding the stats on the closing. And number two, you're making a little money on title, right?
Yeah, I mean they do.
That's really what it comes down to.
For sure. Yeah.
And I'm not against
money
it, right?
off the title. Yeah.
I'm not against it. It's part of the game.
No, the number one thing is they don't want our buyers to see how we're sourcing the property, because they'll just try to go directly to them, and then the business model is
gone.
Yeah. But what they don't realize is most of the way that we get our properties, they don't deal with dispo. They don't deal with buyers. They just focus directly to seller, and they don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with it.
That's why they just send it to us, and we let it fly.
TJ, how many? I would say how many deals do you guys see on I don't know, dude, on a monthly basis?
We close about 40 to 50 a month. We see about 7,500. That's what we're kind of lacking.
Wait,
at.
7,500?
No, 70 to 70 to 100. My bad.
So you close what, 40 to 60%?
Yeah, about
30?
Yeah,
35?
Yeah, just some of them be rolling. That's why. Because it's already closing, but title issues, so we have to extend the closing date to the next month or whatever. But we have 45 deals that's supposed to close this month right now on the board. And that's why we close pretty much about 40 to 50, and then we get about 75 to 100, maybe more on the 75 side. Okay. Think about New Western, they probably get 150.
What do you guys get?
I'm trying to look it up.
They probably get 150 deals.
Just put it on tape.
Hold on, let me see.
They probably get 150.
He said on a bad day, really.
So in one, we have 3 different offices. We have 2 offices in DFW, but within Dallas, we have 3 different teams, right? So Dallas alone, our office puts up about the same as all of RFP does. And then we have a South Dallas and a Denton office, but they're all in one office. We probably sell about 80 to 100, put out about
200.
Yeah, we're at a close rate.
50%.
We're at a close rate from 52 to 60% of what we contract.
Yeah. What do you think that is? Why do you guys think you guys lose deals?
Manpower, really.
Why do you think we lose deals?
Yeah, you don't sell them.
It's too high. Most of our properties most of our properties are high. I say out of 100, if they get 150 deals, only 40 to 50 of them make sense.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because sellers are they're not playing ball.
Yeah.
They're a little delusional, if you will, and they're just not. They're not the right seller for us, right? They're not in distress.
And you probably ask why do we get it under contract then? Because certain quotas, KPIs that the acquisition and disposition guys have to meet. So they just kind of that's what I think. It's shit on the board just to try to get a sale, right?
But how many times have you sold something that doesn't make sense for Carlos or Jonathan or a flipper, but it makes sense for an appreciation guy that just has a different strategy? I've got guys that are just buying retail that want to fix it up while they live in it, and it makes more sense for them because it's still under as is market value, right? But it's not enough room to flip. But it's actually still a pretty good deal for what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Savvy investor.
I think that's definitely a savvy investor, but I tell people, right, like and I actually wrote this the other day, right? I broke it down on the board. I said, look, there's these type of buyers. You got a retail buyer, and I put 100% on next to it, right? So think of retail 100%, right? Or as close as possible to it. You got probably hedge funds or somebody that's buying complete cash to hold long-term. And then from there, you kind of start breaking down into like cash flipper, cash long-term rental, cash Airbnb, cash something, right? And then I was telling him, I was like, honestly, man, we are all the way here, flipper with hard money. I said, we're buying like 55 to like 70. Like that's really our bread and butter. Anything above that, like we're going to lose money, but it's because of the hard money, right? So like, me and TJ walk into Jared's office. He has a deal for 200. I probably need that at 170. If you got cash right now, you can probably buy it at 200.
Yes, I'll bet.
And we'll be both probably make the same amount of money, but I need it lower, right?
Yep.
So he's gonna sell it to TJ at that point at 200, right?
So
that's what it's just the lender or cash. A lot of these deals make sense for cash buyers,
right?
But lenders, it's not enough meat on the bone, bro. It's just not with all the interest payments and shit like that, bro. It's just I don't see how we make 20 grand in fucking 4 months.
In my opinion, I mean, I know y'all know this, like, but labor and labor costs,
everything's good.
Your labor kills or makes a deal. In my personal opinion, if you can get guys to show up for the right price, and knock it out in 60 days or less, that really, obviously cash and hard money, that's the biggest factor. But labor is a close second, in my personal opinion, because I've talked to many guys, like how you guys, flip a house, your costs and my costs versus, Joe Schmo, who's still on JV team in high school. They're brand new, like they're paying a GC 25-30% on top. And they're still buying material, like not in bulk, all that. Like I can put on a roof for, way cheaper than most.
Tell us, boy. So, a lot of people know a little bit about what we do. And, I've had to explain wholesaling to people on the backside sometimes, retail agents, right? If you had to explain this to a 5-year-old, how would you explain wholesaling? TJ, they're fucking scamming. They're gonna take your candy and give you half. TJ, what would you say?
I say we're basically middlemen. We basically we have rights to the contract, so we basically get the contract we get it under contract with the seller, and then we pretty much find the buyer. A lot of the times it's people that's good out here that's good at acquisitions / getting a deal under contract with the seller, but they don't necessarily have the buyers for it. So that's why they, come to bit shops like a New Western, RFP, Myers, or somebody like that, because we have a lot of buyers. So I feel like, just a lot of people that's good at acquisitions, getting a deal under contract, and that's what wholesaling is. We get it under contract for a certain fee, and then we pretty much put our fee on top, and then we close in 7 to 14 days, as long as everything's free and clear.
Yeah.
If it's not free and clear, you get your earnest money back, and we kind of move on to the next deal.
Okay.
I think we're problem solvers.
Oh,
that's what a lot. I mean,
came with the right answers.
I mean, it really is. I mean,
tell me about it. Why do you believe that?
Why else would you wholesale your house, right? Why else would you sell it for under market value.
For pennies on the dollar.
Think about it like how you're saying it, right? You are telling me about the buyer, but think of like Gino as a retail agent. How would you explain wholesaling to somebody that doesn't know anything about it?
Yeah. So, okay. So if they don't, it sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is.
Yep.
Right. So it's all about outreach, right? Or you can leverage your connections or to people who you know. It's all about solving a seller's issue, really, at the end of the day. Reaching out to a seller who's having financial issues or who, for whatever it is, they need to move out of town quickly. They need to sell their house quickly. They need cash quickly. We really we get it under contract with them for what price that they want, and then we sell it to somebody else. That's really it. And you make the margin, the fee there.
Yeah. And it's basically what all these everybody that sells something in the grocery store, they get it for a certain price from overseas or wherever they get it from. And then they bring it over here and sell it and then they just put their price on it.
Fair to say that you're flipping a contract.
Yeah.
In layman's terms.
Yeah. Just like everything else on the marketplace, right? The farmer has a wholesale, like they grow the crops, right? They're the seller, right? And then they give it we're basically Walmart, if you will, sell it on the back end to the end buyer.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let me say this, right? So very simple. If you guys got all of that, what they're saying is there's a seller on the backside. He wants to sell his house. Jared, TJ come in and they give the gentleman $100K. Then they come and find me and Jonathan and they say, hey, we have this house and we can sell it to you for $120K. At that point, we get a loan, we close on the deal, and these gentlemen get paid $20K in the middle, right?
No, they give us an offer for $80K. Let's get rid of it.
They will negotiate, right? We'll go back to 85, right?
But in simple terms, that's roughly what that looks like, right? Now, I want to chat a little bit of the negatives, right? We'll start with TJ, right? But why do you think wholesaling has such a negative reputation on the retail space?
I just think a lot of people don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to handle contracts and stuff like that, but we handle all that for you. All you have to do is just sign, agree to a price, and then we'll move all the paperwork for you. So I just think a lot of people don't know what they're doing, and then they get in sticky situations where, they don't really have have it under contract with the seller. Then they try to sell it to the buyer, but then, then they have to place a memorandum on a property, which means you can't sell that property until you go through the correct procedure. So yeah,
Okay. I think it's very, very low threshold, right, to get in. So that, and it's a deceptive trade by nature, almost, right? You're telling someone, hey, I have the intent to buy it, right? I'll give you 100,000 cash. I'll close in 14 days or whatever. And then you really never plan to close on that house unless you find a buyer.
Yeah.
Right. So
they hopes up.
You get their hopes up, man. They get put. Sometimes, you have sellers that get put around the ringer. You see it in Western, then they drop it. You see it at RFP, then they drop it. Then you see it wherever else, right? And then it's the same seller.
Shout out to ECO.
Right? And, they get put through the ringer and, wholesalers get a bad rep for something like that.
Yeah, so it's all about who the wholesaler is,
Who's
right?
working the deal.
Everybody's trying to make money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's some parties, like some wholesalers that lie, that try to scam and cheat people, but the majority of the people that stay in business a long time, just like in everything else, right? They're agents out there, real estate agents, they're licensed that'll lie to you, tell you your home's worth more, that just to get it under contract, and just to win business. There are wholesalers out there that are not doing what they're saying that they're doing. It's just, that's the unfortunate part about it. There's so many of them out there now because they realize, it is a really low barrier to entry to make a a good living, but they don't realize how much work it actually takes, you know, to be successful over a longer period of time. So they're just coming in trying to hit a lick, if you will, make 20K on a property by lying to people. And it just really gives us all a bad rap, if you will. But there are plenty of other wholesalers out there that will tell you exactly what's going on, how they can help you, and, you know, really provide a solution, to people's situations.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but you guys are a little bit more relationship driven, right? So that I think a lot of people forget that the relationship takes care of the transactions.
Yeah,
It takes care of the transactions, and it keeps feeding you more transactions, right?
Right.
So yeah, man, I get that.
So like if we were wholesale, like direct to sellers, like it would be different though, because whenever we're having those conversations, like if I do get a certain deal direct to seller, if I were on that, I would actually be a buyer, right? I mean, I haven't ever bought one direct to seller, but it's like I could say that, you know, I will close on your house, right? But there are a lot of wholesalers out there that do not have the means or the funds. Like they are frantically trying to find a buyer, and they'll leave you high and dry.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think we keep it real with our sellers, the acquisitions?
Great question.
No.
Great question. Most of our acquisitions are not direct to seller, bro.
Yeah, but what are they telling these sellers to get their house under contract? They're basically saying, I'm the end buyer, right?
We're the largest
I'm an investor.
market home
I'm
buyer.
an investor. I'll buy it off for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna have my contractors come through.
with New Western, it's different, right? I mean, we're the largest off-market home buyer. You can look us up on the MLS. Like, that's what half of if you're a good acquisition agent, I just sat through, you know, Jack Austin's, his educational, presentation the other day. Like, the guy is, unreal. He's taught me a lot ever since I started working with him. But, he'll literally pull up to a seller on the MLS and show him, hey, Texan Mutual LLC, this is our corporate holding account. Like, we're on the MLS 2,000 to 3,000 times, and you can't really fake that. But as long as you're just upfront, like, hey, like, if I can't sell it at this price, if I can't find a buyer, like, we might come back and give you a cash offer. It might not be something you like. We might not be your best option. But I think as long as you're laying that,
be an option nonetheless.
The expectation for sure, it's huge. I mean, if you're over promising and under delivering, any situation, no matter what business you're in, is going to go south.
Yeah,
right. Sure. But if you,
as long as you're disclosing, right? As long as you disclose everything,
correct. Yeah.
People can take a punch, right?
So I have this saying, right? Like, because we talk about that all the time, that people can take a punch as long as they know how hard you're going to hit, right? As long as they know how hard the hit is, they'll take a punch.
Right.
Like, and essentially it's the same thing. It's just proper expectation beats anything, right? So I'll share this with you guys because I know a lot of people will get to see this, and we get to work with these two dudes, and it's great. This is something that you guys don't see that I want you guys to know. So whenever we are working these offers with you guys, right? Talk about taking a punch, right? So we are breaking down like worst case scenario with the buyer on the spot. And we're saying, listen, we got this deal. They're selling it at 170, right? We need to go ahead and we walked it. We're going to need to put 60K. Dude, we can get a loan for 225. It's going to resell at 300. So then we work through the whole thing and we explain like, hey, purchase, rehab, closing costs, holding cost, unforeseeables, 5%. You have realtor fees. You have taxes when you pay it, right? You have your payoff that needs to be added to it. And on top of that, like, look, I'm charging you 5. And we're telling people, like, we charge 5, we charge 75, right? Depending on the deal. And we have a couple of different structures on it, right? But whatever the structure is, we disclose it to the person up front. And we let them know, like, here it is what it is. For your first deal, if you ever want to get into this, you're going to make $23,470 potentially in profit.
If
right?
everything.
So if everything goes well, and then we're looking at it as like, hey, look, it's 300. But dude, let's be honest, more than likely we'll drop the price of 290. So really that 24 is 14. And you're gonna put in 15K in closing costs, you're gonna put in 4K. I'm sorry, not 4K, but like 5K in holding fees, and you're paying us, right? So like you're gonna spend, call it 25, and you're gonna make 15K. So then people see it, right? And we explain it. Like we say, hey, look, it's your first deal. By all means, this is not the greatest, but if this is what you want to get started on, this is how this one looks. If not, it's perfectly fine. We'll go find another deal.
Right.
Simple as that, dude. But I'm telling you, like, we explained that very vividly and like almost kind of scaring them.
Yeah.
And people will take it.
See if they're about it or
Yeah. And if they get it, then cool.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're getting into, right? So I think a lot of people don't, like, I don't know why, or I think kind of like how you guys say sellers sometimes have a little bit more emotional value, maybe delusional. I think buyers that don't know anything about it want to come in and be like, oh, flipping. Yeah, I heard my friend, my grandma, my whoever, I saw it on video that I could make 50, 60, 70K.
Which
and
they
I'm,
can.
And I'm like, yeah, it's right. But you got to be liquid. You got to have good labor. You got to be ready to go. Like,
It's a lot of factors that
You gotta
go
be a
into it.
professional.
you got to be on point, right? So long story short, I think expectations beats anything. You just got to set them up properly, right?
Absolutely.
So, listen, so I know we're going to wrap up here in a bit. You guys got to tell people, right, a little bit about, dude, what do you recommend for new wholesalers coming into the game? I know you guys are hiring a ton. I know y'all, I mean, the door is revolving pretty much. So.
Man, I think don't try to do it on your own. If you do it, you will fail. I'm just letting you know. Just go to a broker, learn the game for a year, get under some heavy hitters, acquisitions, dispositions, learn both sides before you go on your own. And then build your bankroll up. And then I think the ultimate goal is you need to become an investor yourself. That way you can know the numbers and know how much stuff costs.
Yeah.
And you'll get.
I think you need to.
Yeah, you'll be able to work your numbers better with the contractors, and you'll be able to profit more. So I would recommend just go to a broker, learn the game, get all the terminology down, and then you can go and do it on your own and start investing on your own.
You think that gives you more credibility when you do your own investments, like as a wholesaler?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell
And
yeah,
'cause
right?
we know the numbers too, so we can negotiate. Hey, this is how much it's going to cost. There's no way I can pay this for that and make
Yeah.
this.
yeah, that's
Like I just know. And so I think, just build your bankroll up as a wholesaler, because a wholesaler is the foundation of real estate. So if you want to get into real estate, I would become a wholesaler and then, work your way up, become a fix and flipper, and then go to building. Is what my philosophy is.
I would say don't do it at all. Don't do it unless you want to have real estate be your absolute, end all be all career. Yeah. You're not just going to dabble into a sales job like in wholesaling, like thinking you have flexible schedule, you can do whatever.
9 to 5.
Yeah. Oh, I can go, do whatever I want throughout the day. No one's going to be on your ass, right? No one's going to be telling you what to do until it's too late and you're already fired, right? I mean, it's the absolute best way to put your career on like a launch pad, right? You're not going to meet more people, get more relationships, or learn more about the business than getting in with a big box, wholesaler. Maybe work your way up to save up, like TJ was saying, to actually become an investor yourself, to where you're not lying to sellers. And you can tell them, hey, if I don't buy this deal, I can find you a buyer for it. At the very least, you're solving a problem and not lying and, overstepping, the relationship there, because these are people's livelihoods, right? If you're lying to somebody about probably their biggest asset that they're already distressed about, like if they lose that, then they lose everything. It's just not, I'm a big believer in,
Karma, bro.
It's just not.
You're not going to win.
If it's not a win-win situation for everybody, for the seller, for the wholesaler, for the buyer, it's not something that you can scale. and what you can really be successful at in the long run. So just learn as much as you possibly can and put yourself, like, don't do it at all if real estate is not like your end goal, because otherwise it's not worth it. You can go into retail, you can go into, you know, whatever, it'll give you so many buckets. Roofing, construction, you could be a GC, you could turn into a lender aspect, but like, you're not going to meet as many people anywhere else than as a wholesaler, because everybody wants to fix and flip. Everybody wants a
What is it about
rent
this?
house.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you have the opportunity to make 15 grand on 25K. Where else are you going to make that besides selling drugs? You know what I mean? It's very risky, right? But like,
Has anyone here sold weed?
no,
That one, right? All right, cool.
no.
None of us.
But not even 15. There are more success stories. Like most of our guys, like if they know what they're doing, they're making 30, 40, 50 grand.
Yeah.
You know, on a flip. It's the big leagues, right? You're dealing with people's livelihoods. These are not just quick stock assets or something that you can divest in 3 days. Like, this takes months at a time. Everything has to line up properly. Like, you know, it's a big deal. You know,
And you're not going to get, like they said, just to piggyback off of Jared, you're not going to get rich quick. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It may take you 2-3 months to get your first deal. 1 month you might make 10 grand. The next month you might make 0. So like you said, this really got to be your plan A, B, and C.
Right.
You can't be just halfway in, halfway
I
out.
didn't sell a deal until my first my seventh week into it. Then
There you go.
By month 6, I had like 11 on the board. And then, you know, you kind of just, you hit these, you know,
roller coaster.
Yeah. It's like, I moved from oil and gas, like to like an industry where it had no stability, where I was like, okay, I got to get out of this. I thought real estate of all things, you know, like would be
the
stable.
same.
Absolute opposite. It's about the same. Yeah. But it's really, you know, you go from 45 to 55 to 99 to 80 deals, you know, sold each year. It's like, if you just really put in the work, you know, don't treat it as your career and not just a job, and actually build relationships and, you know, actually care about all aspects of the transaction, then you can really have some success and build your career wherever you want to go. If you want to keep wholesaling, that's cool too.
Yeah.
You know?
I think if you care, is the little key to success.
For sure.
So I know we're about to wrap up. We got a few minutes. So I know I'm a firm believer of 2 things, right? And we are, because we're big on family. So number 1, shout out to God, all glory to God. I know big successful people like yourselves, right? Don't get to this position without His glory. Number 2, I know folks like you and I and my brother, we don't get to this without a strong woman behind you.
Absolutely.
All right. So I want you guys to give a quick shout out to your wife, man.
Shout out my mama, really.
Shout out to your missus, man. So any message you want to give out to your missus, we'll send it to you.
I'm just thankful, grateful for all the little things you do. Just keep holding it down.
There you go.
Thanks for taking care of my babies. You're the real MVP. For sure.
There you go, man. That's good, man. Well, fellas, I'm glad we got to do this.
And I love you.
Yeah. I know this was great. I think it'll be dope. Thank you guys for coming out. I think people need to see a little bit of your side, your world. I think it's a little bit like, it's like you got to lift a rock to find you guys, but you know, I think it's dope in a good way. In a good way.
Everywhere.
So, hey, talking about that, how can people find you? Drop your contact, your gram, whatever you want.
Way Too Much 22 is my Instagram, my Facebook, all social medias. Follow me on YouTube. It's Way Too Much. We have a family channel as well. TJ Mutcherson is my name. You can Google me anywhere, all over the internet. But yeah, I'm a wholesaler and a builder. I'm just an entrepreneur. I do it all. So yeah.
Legit. That boy legit.
Legit.
Yeah, TJ's all over the place, right? he's got that wide smile everywhere. But yeah, my social's a little less toned down, you know, than TJ's. But mine, it's just Jared Watson, Jerid Watson, Watson. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. I also own a roofing and construction company that I'm mainly like an investor in, but one of my best friends in college is a really good down to earth dude. Will take care of you. His name's Colton Garrett. Can reach out to him or myself. I'll get you to the right person. I mainly focus on wholesaling, you know, hardly have any time to do anything else, but that's our roofing construction arm is starting to really take off as well. Yeah, I work with New Western, top agent there for the past 2 years. You guys should be able to find me pretty easy. Whatever.
That's dope, man. Well,
Yeah.
people, there you have it. Jonathan, we always close out with a quick one-liner that you have to give us.
Or just a final message. Right?
Final
So we all-
message, quick
take
like
around,
advice,
yeah.
quick one. Hey, like something to the world, a positive one.
Go ahead.
If you're looking to make 30, 40 grand on a flip, holla at your boy.
Shameless plug. I love it. Shameless plug. Nah, to me, man, if anything, really, I like being around folks like this, right? Because I take it all in. Just be a sponge, man. Really, you know, learn from like real producers, man. Not like people you want to be like. Don't just go and learn from anyone, right? Picture who you want to be like, and then go see what they're doing. Ask what they're doing. You know, find out how they doing it, and then you know, pick up some game.
There you go.
Absolutely.
TJ,
Man,
last message to the world, man. What would you say?
guys, man, just you can do anything you want to do. Just work hard. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. Put your trust in all faith. That's what I live off of, faith. Man, I don't owe man nothing. I don't believe in man. Everything is all in God, and just, you know, just be grateful for the little things, and, you know, you're able to walk, talk, because there's some people out there that can't do that shit. So, you know, just be grateful for the little things. Just keep on pushing forward and don't give up. You can do anything you want to
Let
do.
me say one more thing to piggyback off that. Optimistic mindset and action every single day will take you to heights that you would never even dream about. So
God,
believe
your
in
words,
everything that you do. There's God in all of us, and we can all be as successful as we dream of.
Oof, I like it.
God
You know-
rewards motion.
Man, you guys dropped some good gems there. So I would say my mind based on that is this: like, look, success is found in everyone's attitude every day. My brother has taught me that. Good attitude every day. God before anything. And then success, when it's peaceful, it looks boring. It looks boring, but the day-to-day stackable wins, like nobody sees, grinding in your car, sending contracts, those are the stackable wins that we all look forward to. That action is always there. If you guys ever follow any of these guys, you will never know that they're like, we are always like behind deals or trying to push deals or doing this. Nobody will know, but everybody's working. So anyways, quiet action, peaceful success, glory to God. That's what I'll leave it up to. So let's go. Hey,
Here's that.
cheers to that. Cheers to that. Cheers. There we go.